Hello, this is Malorian, and what this is going to be is kind of an extra video just talking about GW pricing and just kind of the idea of it, the way that us gamers have to deal with that, and why I think GW is doing this in the first place. Now, we know that every year we get these price increases, and inflation is one thing, but as people see the rate that of plastic going up for the cost of plastic and the cost of the actual material, or what they charge for the product, is going higher than what it should be in the ratio. When you look at fine cast, where fine cast is something that's cheaper to produce, all of a sudden it's getting more expensive. All the time, Land Raiders are now $100 pretty much, and everything's getting more and more expensive, and people are saying, this is crazy, this is crazy, this is so much money, we can't afford it, all of a sudden we're going to start playing other games. Just think, soon nobody can afford GW is going to disappear because nobody can buy their stuff. And kind of the funny thing with this is that people have been saying this for so many years. Every single time that there's a price increase, you hear people saying, oh, this is ridiculous, I'm not going to do this anymore. And yet, for some reason, GW is still here, and we're all still here. The odd time you have one person that says, this is too much, and usually it's timed with something else, like, what, this is too much, this is too expensive, I have a job, I have 3 kids, I'm done with the hobby. But what usually happens with that, it goes on to eBay, goes to somebody else, or you got new people to fill in its gaps, right? So every single time you have one person so pissed off that they leave the hobby, you get the new people that come right back in. So GW really isn't losing many people. I know from the tournament scenes around here, it's not getting any smaller. When I go to the different clubs, to the different stores, they're not getting any smaller. There's still lots and lots of people that play. If anything, they get pissed off with one system and say, this is stupid, I hate 40K, and they go to Fantasy. And then they say, hey, you know what, I hate Fantasy, I'm going to 40K. But they stay within GW. And I think one of the reasons for this is that where else are you going to go? Sure, there's other companies that make models, but what other companies make them at the scale and the scope of the whole range of models that they make right now, and the rule sets that they have to cover everything? Sure, there's some little rule sets they have for some of these other systems, but they're pretty small. They're just so small scale as opposed to this vast array of rules that GW already has established. And with this as well is also the player base. If you're going to be trying to say, what, this sucks, I'm going to go and I'm going to start this game. Well, not only is the game right now that's not been set up and they don't have the models, they don't have the rules to support it, but there's nobody to play with. You might be able to convince 1 or 2 buddies, like, what, let's go and play this game, but you're going to get tired of playing those. You're going to hear the other guys talking about the GW tournaments, and all of a sudden you're back to GW. Another big thing that GW has going for them is that their rules change all the time. New army books, new core rule books, new models coming out all the time. New. And really, this is just kind of playing on our whole shiny mentality that all of us geeks have. We always love these new things. It was not very long ago that they were all talking about on the 40K side, this is so crazy, look how expensive it is. The Land Raiders so expensive now, I can't believe it, how could you ever buy it? And then all of a sudden, what comes out? 6th edition. That's coming out tomorrow. And what all you can see? Oh, wow, look at these rules. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. And all of a sudden, nobody can even think of the negative. They're already thinking of, what am I going to buy? What am I going to be doing with this? And with that as well, we can go into the next thing, which is it's a very competitive game. This is not something that, they're just releasing models, say like Reaper, where these are just nice models you can use for whatever you want. This is going to a competitive game, and GW knows this. So all the time, they know you're going to be wanting to buy the models that will win you the game. And so all they need to do is to change up the rules, so if in one edition one thing's good, in the next edition this other thing's good, so that at one time you buy all this, and then all of a sudden you have to buy all this. And it's all about this cycling. Change the rules, change the models, and the money keeps coming in. And you can keep on raising up the prices too, because you know they're going to buy it. They're going to complain, and then, what? There's something else shiny? All right, let's buy again. And it's crazy, and it's also funny to see, just to see how people will complain one moment and then quickly be so excited to get new stuff the very next moment. So I guess the real thing is why am I talking about this? Why am I bringing it up? Really, it's not going to do anything. This is not really to send you in any direction. This is not something saying GW is bad, go to Privateer Press. This is just something saying that this is the way GW works, is that it's basically a whole system on shiny, and that's why we all love it, and that's why we're addicted to it. That's the addiction thing. You know, cigarettes have nicotine. What GW has is new and shiny. That's the thing that draws us in and that will never get away. So I guess it's kind of more of just a social commentary and kind of a look at our own, you know, nerdy tendencies. And there you have it. So if you disagree, agree, have any comments, please feel free to write them below. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.